The video game industry is absolutely cooked. Ever since Trump got elected to his second term and now he's president-elect, they have really gone into overdrive. Like, we've already known how absolutely insane they are, and now it's just gone full mask off, okay? They are pants on head stupid, and as we have a former Sweet Baby Inc. employee confirming that the company is doubling down on a woke agenda, they're not gonna stop us. Bro, you don't even work for them. You probably work for another goofy-ass consultancy firm, and yeah, they might be going a little bit more covert. They might be taking a step back at marketing where exactly they're working with scrubbing their website and scrubbing their other partner websites as well. They aren't going anywhere. They aren't going anywhere until they effectively kill the industry that they're grifting off of. Let's take a look here. Grant Roberts, a former Sweet Baby Inc. employee who is now a narrative director and associate studio director at Longdo. What the hell is that? Made it clear that the company has no plans to change despite the massive backlash it has received for pushing its woke ideology into video games. And here's another thing, man. 2024 was the year that woke died. Just about every single insufferably ideological project has failed. Specifically the Sweet Baby Inc. ones. Like, it started at the tail end of 2023 with Alan Woke 2 and the Spooderman sequel failing to turn a profit at all, but really kicking off with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and everybody looking at that going, what the fuck? They ended up overstepping, right? When it came to Kevin Conroy's final performance as Batman, putting on that digital cowl one final time and then being disrespected as he was. But oh boy, that entire game was a treasure trove of disrespect and poor character interactions. It was a dumpster fire. The gameplay that Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't touch at all whatsoever. But when it comes to, yeah, the story, the dialogue, oh my God, it was so bad. It was so bad. And then their indie titles throughout the year, Tales of Kenzara Zhao, Flintlock, Unknown 9, every single one of them failing. It was the year all of this stuff died. Absolutely, 100%. And now they're just simply in their death throes, doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. And they do it because they think that they have moral superiority. They're the ones that have the high ground. All of you chuds just need to get educated. But when nobody's buying your propaganda, there's only so much money to go around. And eventually, you're going to get phased out. Well, let's see. Okay, Roberts, who worked with Sweet Baby Inc. as a narrative director for a year and a half, told The Gamer that developers are still working with the company and that the backlash will not stop the company's agenda. Roberts first asserted that companies are not pulling their support from Sweet Baby Inc. when it really reaches its apex. When Elon Musk was tweeting about us, companies were reaching out to us privately and showing support. Nobody was pulling that support. That's interesting because inherently, I don't believe you cretins, because I think that you're liars, right? Because you are also the ones that say, consultancy companies don't do exactly what we brag about on our website. Okay, actually, you have no idea what we do except for when we tell you how we do. And then when you go and tell us what we do, we change what it is that we do. We then attempted to explain why there's hardly any support for the company being made publicly. I think the reason why we have had more support privately than publicly is because people do speak up publicly. Now, when they do, they're opening themselves up for attack. It's interesting. I just made this connection because yesterday we talked about Alana Pierce in with the Alyssa Mercante video and her stupidity that is on display. And she works at Santa Monica Studios. She works at Santa Monica Studios that put out God of War Ragnarok, one of the very few successful Sweet Baby Inc. games, mostly because their influence was cordoned off to one small aspect and they didn't have anything to do with the overall dialogue, which is top tier on the game. Just letting you know that there can be some spurgs that are in a company and that, yeah, maybe this private appreciation, this private support comes from the higher ups, but when you're such a big company like Santa Monica, your poisonous influence can be naturally diffused throughout the rest of the company, so it doesn't really affect when, the quality stuff gets out there. Roberts went on to declare that he wished more companies did speak out publicly to defend Sweet Baby Inc. and its woke agenda. What I personally would have liked to see is more institutions saying that this is wrong, that this is happening, that people are being targeted in this way. Yeah, they would. There was just no evidence to the contrary that you're actually ruining and tanking games with your guys' overall lack of competency and talent. And that, yeah, despite, like he reiterates it here, Sweet Baby Inc. isn't just a DEI company or a company that makes things more woke. Not that there's anything wrong with that in the first place. Yeah, I already dismiss you, but okay. But even if there was, that's not everything that we do. Right. Like we come in and we kill your pet, but that's not the only thing we do. We'll also rob you for all your valuables. vegetables. It's like, why are you so bent out of shape? It's like, you had a cat as well. We just killed your dog. Like, why are you so upset? Why are you so mad? But bro, I mean, like, do we even need to debunk it at this point in time? They're liars. And this is why you gotta, especially now, how they've exposed themselves as just being the complete and total lying grifters that they are. You just look at them and you don't even pay any attention to them. You just, once again, follow through on what they do, not what they say. Listen, or rather, watch their actions and dismiss their words, because they're liars. They're liars, grifters, thieves, and con men. And especially when you have stupid opinions like this. Like, this isn't just simply a Sweet Baby Inc. thing. Black Girl Gamers, Hit Detection, the rest of those consultancy groups. Okay, cool. You just want to say that, no, that's not what a consultancy group does. But I would also argue, okay, and especially that private support is very likely because a lot of those developers, especially in the Western space, they want all of this shit. This shit that is actively killing the Western gaming industry. Like, a former Naughty Dog developer, wow, big shock on that one, says Sony is being extremely short-sighted by shutting down Concord developer Firewalk Studios. I mean, bro, they wasted upwards of $400 million. They wasted it on a game that couldn't even survive longer than the average life of a housefly. Bro, they're the ones that are short-sighted. Okay. Former Naughty Dog game developer Bruce Straley, who worked on The Last of Us and Uncharted for A Thief's End. Oh, bro, that game sucks ass. Like, you worked on the bad one. In The Last of Us, the longer that stuff goes on, it's funny, right? Like, there's some games that are second look masterpieces and then other ones that come out to immediate praise, but then, on second look, it's like, yeah, the story for The Last of Us, a lot of people at the time saying, oh, it's the greatest story ever committed to a video game. Oh my God, it's an 8. Is an 8. It's a really good story, but it's not the best ever. And the gameplay was, outdated shit back when it came out in 2013. And bro, even with all the re-releases, and especially in the case of Naughty Dog re-releases, why is nobody throwing the complaints of the waist-high cover shooters like Gears of War? Why aren't you throwing those complaints at The Last of Us? Because that's exactly what that shit is. Oh, right. It's appropriately gay, and Abby's sympathetic because her dad saved a zebra. But yes, Sony is being extremely short-sighted by shutting down Firewalk Studios, the developer of Concord. Oh, really? Sony announced it was shutting down Firewalk Studios, yes, last month, right? And at the tail end of October. Hilarious. Speaking specifically to Firewalk Studios, he said regarding Firewalk, as announced in early September, certain aspects of Concord were exceptional, but others did not land with enough players. None of it was exceptional. Well, exceptional in so much as Sony would actually put that out, huh? Wow. That's crazy. But Straley reacted to Sony shutting down Firewalk Studios and on X. I think it's extremely short-sighted and irresponsible to let Firewalk Studios or any studio that shipped a game go. Why? You made a bad product. It didn't sell at all. Hell, it sold so poorly, you had to refund everybody. I mean, if you're really bad at your job, should you still have a job? Like, if you're hired to stack cans at a grocery store and you just throw them on the ground and dent all of them, and then you light your uniform on fire, should you continue to have a job? The work it takes to build a team, tools, cultures, IP, and ship a game is invaluable and severely underestimated. Yeah, they did every aspect of that incredibly poorly. When the finance department is driving decisions. Yeah, bro, they wasted a lot of money, you fucking idiot. Subsequent post, he added a love, the discourse, and perspectives. Too many thoughts to follow up here. But as a person building a new studio, new IP, a new team, yeah, bro, I don't really care about your own self-promotion. All I'm saying is you worked at a once great studio. Kind of like Santa Monica Santa Monica Studios is actually still putting out great things, but in recent talk, discussing BioWare and them putting out Dragon Age The Veilguard, there was a point in time where, yeah, your favorite game studios, if you were being honest, your top 10 list, in most people's cases, top 5 list would obviously include BioWare and Naughty Dog. They were top shit, man. But now they're just shills for the cause, shills for the ideology, shills for the stuff that is actively killing the Western gaming industry. And it looks like instead of reversing course, taking a look around, wondering why are we failing? No, it's not. They're doing the Principal Skinner meme, where it's no, it's not me who's out of touch. It's the kids who are out of touch. And it's so funny to see lefty shit like this go from being my counterculture, my punk rock, perfectly encapsulated by Green Day writing an entire album, American Idiot, all about the Bush-Cheney regime, only to end up at the Conclusion of it all, siding with the party that got the endorsement, the proud endorsement of Dick Cheney. You love to see the hypocrisy, you love to see the stupidity, and you love the fact that your ideological enemies are out there being so bold and braggadocious about their stupidity. You love to see it. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.